Hi everybody, Sal Galvin here from Perth, WA. I'm just wanting to speak to you guys today or give you a bit of a sneak preview or a bit of a sneak peek into a really important aspect that we teach in the Mind Mastery Project, part of the Jared L. Mind Fit Kids Academy. Okay, so there's a short course, it's called the Mind Mastery Project, and what that does is it's like a founding or a baseline for children to learn how the basic fundamentals of how their mind works. And then if we know that, then they can then use those tools, if they choose to their advantage to reach whatever it is that their goals, dreams, aspirations, to live a fulfilled, full life. It's stuff that, hi Natasha, how you doing? It's stuff that I wish I was taught when I was a little girl. So just a quick sneak peek into the Mind Mastery Project. The first story that we run in the Mind Mastery Project covers how the mind works, in how your mind shapes the rest of your world. And what we do is we delve in from an easily digestible, story base platform, like I tell a story and the kids can understand it, is the way the mind works, in that your mind is in two places, and a lot of adults don't even know this. So neuroscience has come a long way in the last 18 months, and we've learned more about the way our mind works in the last 18 months than we've learned in like 18 years. So your brain, if you break it into two places, it's split into two. You've got your conscious mind and you've got your subconscious mind. And so your conscious mind is that part of your brain that you use to make decisions. Like 1 + 1 is 2, how to spell cat. That is the conscious mind working. And that's the part of the brain that humans know about, and that, we understand because that is what we think with. But we've got more than that, and it's the subconscious mind. And a lot of people don't even know this. And if you don't know about it, you can't use it to your advantage. So it's not woo-woo anymore, and it's not fluffy and unicorns and sparkles and rainbows. It's actually backed by hardcore science. There is two parts to the brain, the conscious and the subconscious. And the subconscious is often we come into in dream state or in meditation, or often we're not even aware of the subconscious mind. But the reason I'm telling you about this is because when we explain it, I'll explain it to you the way I explain it to the kids in the story, is that if your conscious mind is like, if you imagine you're in an aeroplane, your conscious mind is the pilot. It's the person that drives the plane. Hi Richard, how you doing? Nice to see you guys. We're talking about the conscious and the subconscious mind. So the conscious mind is the pilot. He is the person or she that sits at the front of the plane and consciously drives the pilot. Our subconscious mind is like the autopilot of an aeroplane. If you could imagine that, it's the programs that are set into that plane, and they navigate where the plane's going to go. So you've got your conscious pilot navigating, you've also got your subconscious autopilot navigating. It's the same as the mind. In fact, the only difference is in an aeroplane, you can turn the subconscious or the autopilot off, but in our own mind, we can't. Our unconscious mind or our autopilot or our belief systems in the back of our mind are always on. You can never turn them off. How you doing, Chelsea? Nice to see you guys. Good to see you jumping on. So in an aeroplane, if the pilot and the autopilot are speaking the same language, then the plane safely arrives at its destination. If the pilot, which is your conscious mind, and the autopilot, which is your subconscious mind, are speaking a different language, if the autopilot is saying to go here and the pilot is saying to go here, then the plane crashes. And it's the same as us. If our conscious mind wants us to get to this destination, we want to reach this goal, and our subconscious mind is saying, that's actually not the goal we want to reach. This is the goal we want to reach. And they're miles apart, then you don't reach a goal in the end because they aren't talking the same language. So the key is here to make sure your conscious and your subconscious are on the same page, and then you will reach your goals. And the example I use is a young girl in football in the first story. I talk about a girl playing AFL. So this is the latest and greatest that girls are playing footy now, and I think it's great personally. Whatever your decision on that is, that's fine. But I talk about a young girl playing football, and her name is Grace. She is a superstar football player, and she kicks goals like 8 goals a game. She's an amazing football player. But she hears, because her subconscious and her conscious mind say that she's a good football player, and she knows she's a good football player, and she knows she kicks goals, and she always gets them in. But she's going through adolescence, and she hears some girlfriends of hers talking in the lunch line about, how Grace is, she thinks she's so good, and she, she might think she's better than us. Like they start putting her down. They don't realise that she's listening. And that goes into her mind. And then she also talks to a couple of her good girlfriends, and they say to her, oh, Grace, we don't want to play football. That's for boys. We don't want people to think we're a boy. We're not going to come and play with you. And her subconscious mind picks up on these and creates some limiting beliefs. So her subconscious mind is telling her a story that if she is good at football, this is just an example, okay? If she is good at football, one, people will think that she's too good for herself, too good for her boots, and all her friends won't like her. And the second one is that everybody will think that she's trying to be a boy. And so her subconscious mind is telling her to not play football well, but her conscious mind the next day and for the next 3 weeks is saying she needs to play football well, she needs to kick goals. And she crashes. Her game goes down the gurgler. She can't even kick a ball. She loses complete confidence in herself, and she won't even have a kick at the goals. She hand passes off to her teammates instead. She loses complete belief in herself as a football player. Then Albert the wise unicorn comes in and tells her that's what's going on. Her conscious and her subconscious mind, or her pilot and her autopilot, are telling her different things. And so I know from experience in elite sports, it's important to get your subconscious mind and your conscious mind on track and back yourself. That is really, in a nutshell, the importance or the basic fundamentals of how our mind works and how it shapes our world. That's one little aspect of so much more that I can teach you. But I just wanted to give you guys that as a freebie, because if somebody had taught me that at such a young age before, like at 8 years of age, if somebody had taught me that, it would have been all the difference. I would have reached where I was going to go much faster. So I really am so passionate about teaching kids the importance of Mind Mastery, or the Mind Mastery Project. That's what the project does. And that's just 1/7 of what we teach in that project. So that's it for the adults. If you can explain that to your kids from a kid's perspective, or if you can even grasp that as an adult yourself, the importance and the power of the conscious and the subconscious mind, and think about an aeroplane while you're doing it, because I think it's the best analogy. Anyway, hope that helps. You think this can help somebody? Share it. All right. Loads of love to you guys. Thanks for watching. Ciao for now.